So, how many times haven't you heard or been told that you need to step out of your comfort zone? This is a term that we're consistently bombarded with, whether it's directly or indirectly. And to think that this term only became popular in the late 90s. But what is our comfort zone? So, according to the dictionary meaning, our comfort zone is a situation where we feel safe and at ease. And ultimately, this is what our brains are wired to do, is always ensure that we feel comfortable, safe, and at ease in all that we do. And when you leave your comfort zone, it leads to just the best amount of good stresses that, yes, leads to anxiety, but it's also the optimal anxiety that allows for you to perform in a better way and impacting the performance in a more positive way. And besides that being one of the benefits, there are so many other benefits that come with leaving your comfort zone. Gaining new insights, having new experiences, which ultimately holds into creativity, being able to view different situations and topics and things from a different angle, from a different perspective, because of your new experiences, new people that you got exposed to, so many different learnings that you get from leaving your comfort zone that you would never get from being in your comfort bubble. And ultimately, you never want to willingly leave your comfort zone. You leave your comfort zone because you kind of pushed out of it in different situations. So this is my journey as to how this year I left my comfort zone. As a matter of fact, I jumped out of my comfort zone and landed on my feet. So this year was the first year that I was exposed to red and yellow. I don't come from an environmental background where I would be exposed to this amazing organization. And, I was on the internet looking for the next step in life. And this opportunity to study at Red and Yellow came across my page, study marketing, advertising, communications. And yes, marketing sparked my interest because I knew the essence of marketing. Advertising, yeah, I knew the name and the word. No clue what it was about. And communications, well, that's self-explanatory. Went ahead, applied for the bursary, and, got it. I thought, what do I have to lose? Ultimately, I got it. So there I was, 25-year-old me, going on my new studying adventure. Many saying, you know what, at your age, you should have been well within starting your career and cementing your way up in the company. Others saying, oh, you're crazy to waste another year of your life studying. Once again, I thought, what do I have to lose? So this is how I felt the first day walking into Red and Yellow. Felt comfortable, felt safe, felt in control. Because ultimately, it wasn't my first rodeo studying. I knew what I was capable of academically. I've been through this. Wouldn't it be that bad, right? Wrong. I remember walking towards the auditorium doors and seeing my name on a list full of names, full of strangers, which were then divided into different groups with strangers. And internally, this is exactly how I reacted. And I'm sure a few of us felt the exact same way. And I just thought to myself, what did I get myself into? I went straight from my comfort zone into my fear zone, panicked, anxiety, fight or flight, and I just was scared, ultimately scared. Yeah, I thought I was studying my lonesome, just me against this course. Ultimately, now I was in a group with strangers against the course. And I needed to sit down and take my situational extroverted self out of my comfort zone, pull my socks up, get my Cancerian self out of my shell, and talk to the people around me, which is something I generally not do, and get to know people. At that point, I was ready to look for excuses as to why I couldn't continue the year. And for me, I think that this zone is the zone that makes or breaks you. You could either quickly go back to your comfort zone, your comfort bubble, or you can think, you know what, I'm going to persevere and keep moving forward. Which is exactly what I did. But ultimately, I remember in the first week, we had to do 2 presentations. And this is how I felt. And I thought to myself, I must have lost my mind. Not only do I have to work in a group with strangers, but now I have to present in front of the auditorium filled with more strangers. And it genuinely was one of the scariest moments to think that I had to do this, but I made it through. And this is how the next few months went for me in the Mac course, feeling very overwhelmed, even though we were warned many times at the pace at which we'd be going. You know, I thought it's campus. And after speaking to so many other students, they're saying, you know, we're just going to ease it in for the first 2 weeks. That's how it generally goes. I thought, yeah, sure. I can believe them. You just came from campus. So we were fooled. We were very fooled because we hit the ground running. We went from internal presentations, individual tasks, sometimes both, to changing of groups every few weeks, to more internal presentations, and then to the clients, dealing with real clients with real briefs, real expectations, and real deadlines. We seriously were in for a ride. So once making it through all of that and all those overwhelming feelings, I found myself in the learning zone where I felt more comfortable. I felt more at ease. At this point, we had changed groups so many times, been exposed to so many different people. And with every new group, get to know new people, start conversations. And I was getting the hang of it. You know, learning new skills, learning to work with people with different personalities and different work ethics. And ultimately, having communication being a strong point. And just learning to deal with every new module that came my way and every new client that had different expectation with their brief and getting bigger and bigger throughout the year. There were times where we were busy with a module or busy with a client, such as brand challenge, for example, where I thought, you know what, there's no ways I can do this. And I found myself back in my fear zone. And I had to go through the motions and get myself out the rut and really see how much I've gained and the new skills I've acquired and the way I've developed throughout the year, and tell myself, I've got this. I've made it this far. Surely I can make it further. So then from the learning zone, coming to the end of the year, making it to Mac Live, realizing that I've gone through every single one of these zones, some more than once, some I spent more time in than others. But ultimately, I know that leaving this course and leaving this year, knowing what I'm capable of, knowing what I bring to the table, and not only that, but being confident of where I started to where I'm now ending and saying, damn, like I did all of that. I made it through every single one of these zones. And I've developed so much as a person to be where I am now. And it wouldn't have been possible if I didn't jump out of my comfort zone when I started, or persevered through my fear zone and kept going. So ultimately, when you get the opportunity, because in life, we go through these zones as well, more than once, many times over. But every day we get the chance to leave our comfort zone in the smallest of ways or the biggest of ways. Jump out of your comfort zone. It might feel chaotic and crazy, and you might not be able to do it when you're mid-air, and you feel like you want to jump backwards. But keep going, because you will, at some point, land on your feet. You'll be thankful for the development, the growth, the experience, and the opportunities that then will come from that. So do it. Because not only would you think, what do I have to lose? But approach it with, what do I have to gain?